Now I'm sure you've heard the news that's been circulating around regarding the opting out of NHS data. Now you might not understand what that means or the implications of opting out and not opting out. So first of all, let me explain what is NHS data. NHS data is basically your patient information on your GP records, which is confidential and includes name, date of birth, address and postcode, NHS number, medical history, which includes mental and sexual health history, such as history of domestic violence, any abortions, sexually transmitted infections, any criminal records, smoking and drinking habits, test results, and medications. NHS data is controlled by the company NHS Digital, which runs the healthcare IT system, and they've announced that from July the 1st, they will be extracting data from your GP medical records to share with third parties. This means that your data will be available to commercial organizations for medical research and planning purposes, and to improve healthcare services, or so they say. So your ex-partner or family member that you no longer talk to could have access to your data if they work in such an organization. Sharing data can be useful in certain situations such as the COVID vaccination rollout and use of steroid treatments in acute COVID such as dexamethasone in the University of Oxford recovery trial. So you could be sitting in your room and you could just get a text asking, would you like to participate in a trial for a new diabetic medication? It was reported that you should opt out before June 23rd, though the government has denied that there is any such deadline. And looking at the website, it states that opt-out should be applied by 30th of September 2021. Now, I've been telling people since 2018 that I've asked to opt out, as this recent news is not actually new. And it also states on the website that if you've previously registered an opt-out with your GP practice to request that NHS Digital does not use your confidential patient information, this would automatically be converted to a national data opt-out until 25th of May 2018. This is something I already did in 2018 when I first registered with my GP practice, but I would have to double check to make sure. However, what's also confusing is that depending on which NHS website you look at, there's no mention of June 23rd. And also, they deny that there's a September 30th deadline for opting out. However, if you click on another NHS website, and all the links are on my description page below, it clearly states that if you do not want your GP to share your identifiable patient data for purposes except your own care, you can opt out by registering a Type 1 opt-out. This prevents your data being shared with NHS Digital if you register your opt-out before the 23rd of June 2021. So it clearly states there that you have to opt out before the 23rd of June 2021. However, let's look at another website. So on this site, it states there have been posts on social media with false information about opting out of sharing data with the NHS. Here's what you need to know. There's no 30th September deadline for opting out of sharing your data. You can opt out at any time. So now you can see, you've got one website telling you to opt out before 23rd of June 2021. You've got another NHS website telling you you can opt out at any time. I would advise opt out before 23rd of June 2021. And this is because if you do not opt out before the 23rd of June 2021, your data would already be shared and used by these companies. And if you opt out later, your data will stop being shared, but the data that was shared previously has already been used, though that data eventually becomes obsolete. Now, NHS data states that they will not sell your data. However, they will charge companies who want access to the data. And looking at the costs, that's not cheap. So basically, your data will be pseudonymized, your name and address will not be revealed, and it will only have your date of birth, postcode, and NHS number as patient identifiers. However, your data will be coded so that your identity can be revealed should there be a valid legal reason to do so. What's concerning for me here is that the NHS Digital cannot guarantee that your data will not be used for the wrong purposes. But instead, they will do an independent audit to check that the data is used as intended. I think there would have been better response from the public if there was better clarity from the NHS and the government regarding the use and sharing of data, and who exactly has access to it. But once people start sharing information on social media with a mix of propaganda, there's only one outcome. So how can you opt out? You can do this in two ways. You can fill out a form at your GP surgery stating that you want to opt out. Or if you're IT savvy, you can download the NHS app from your smartphone, and here's how you can do it. If you like this video, please feel free to share, press the button, and subscribe to my health channel.